right, this is super exciting. In the studio today, we have a mother and son this weekend. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves so everybody knows who you are?
Yes, my name is Derek Culpepper.
Why did he have to go first?
I don't know, because normally ladies go first. I will say that. I was waiting.
I'm Faye Henderson.
And this is my mom.
And this is my son.
So there we go. So we've got a mother and her eldest son in the studio today. We just want to hear a little bit about you guys, about your family. So, Mom, tell us a little bit about what it was like to have 4 boys.
Well, it was a challenge, but I enjoyed every minute of it. Derek, my oldest, and Jay, and then Ray and Daryl, and it was a challenge, but I tell you that I was up for the challenge. When I knew what it was that I actually needed to do with these 4 boys and to be able to raise them, I put my best foot forward. And when I say that, I put my best foot forward towards the man that I knew could help me. And that was Jesus.
Amen. Because that was going to be my next question.
Mm-hmm.
So, by yourself, what advice would you have for other mothers raising boys to be powerful men of God?
I would just tell them that set an example for them. You teach them about morals, you teach them about life, and at the top of the list, you teach them about God. Then you need to do.
Right.
And everything else stems on that.
That's right.
That's good. So, Derek, tell us a little bit about your mom, about growing up in her home. What was that like? And especially being the oldest and having that godly example. What did that mean for you growing up?
It meant a lot to me because I was glad to have my mother there. And she was always supportive, always encouraging, and always pushed me. Always pushed me to do things and to be my best and to explore. And those things really, at some point, truthfully aggravated me because no one wants to get out of their comfort zone. People want to have a tendency, especially with kids, have a tendency to want to do what you want to do and not really want to stretch out. It's very seldom that you find a kid that wants to stretch out on a limb and just actually be gung-ho, but more want to be laid back where it's comfortable, kind of in the shallow versus going in the deep. And so my mom was really a thorn in my side in a good way because she always pushed me and encouraged me to do those things that I never thought that I was capable of doing.
Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about transitioning to adulthood. So you talked a little about being a young man and talked a little bit about life in the household. So let's talk about transitioning to this idea of big brother and going into college. And so what was that like to be the oldest of 4?
So it was a point, that was a stretch. Of course, being the oldest, there was a stretch of time when I was always bigger than my brothers. I was always bigger than Jay, and of course Ray and Daryl were a lot younger. And I remember just growing up that I had the responsibility to lead. It was my responsibility to be an example for my younger brothers, and my mama made that clear. And even on Father's Day, she would give me big brother gifts, just as you do now, And so it was a tough role, but because of the encouragement that I had from my mama, she made it doable because I knew it was a lot on my shoulders. My brothers were going to follow me. They were going to do what they seen me do because I was around them a lot. And so when we were in high school, then I realized, college and higher education became, this was going to be my next step. We actually grew a lot closer.
Every single grandparent, let your child know that you are concerned about them. Right. And out of all the things that you teach them, there's one major thing that you need to teach them, and that's about Jesus.
Amen.
That's right. And that has been a theme. And so as we close out, we thank you for that wisdom about making Jesus the heart and the center of your lives and your family. And more importantly, Mom, we thank you for raising great boys who have become great husbands, who have given us great kids. And so you've done a wonderful job, so I want to commend you today. And thank you all for being here.
Yes,
all right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Till next time, folks. See ya.